a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So USC's offense will get first crack at it here. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He's in open space downfield. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll keep it on the sneak. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Quick handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Tight end now in motion. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The offense changing the play. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got...
There he goes! They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
They typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies, that highlight their famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that outright.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires to the big And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive and dropping out. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, he got you 2 on 1st down. He got you 2 on 2nd. 2 won't get it done on 3rd. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here and stay on the field.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Washington. Powers through the defender. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop.
Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. And they'll close the line after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, thinking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. The give to the single back.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll move the tight end. They're testing the right side here. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd. You've got to get those stops.
There he goes. Just across the down at the 19. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Clark. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He might want another play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And then defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Oklahoma State stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Stillwater. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for pole position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. And the Trojans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Thanks to grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The ricochet off the left, upright and through. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting out.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and get 6 points.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The run to the right. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a plate.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down and throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Caught near the sticks. It's Clark. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. It's a reverse. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They're going to test the right side with this one. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Final seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to put up 3. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And a lot of coaches coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
And the Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. It'll be third and long. On the move, it's Jackson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Now the play fake. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. On the move. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll run it from the gun. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Picks up the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Now on first down from the 28. They'll run it to the right side. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. A first down run on the doorstep. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Big fella moving. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played.
Turning it on! be a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on first down. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Washington. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You've got to know where your check down options are because you're going to get hit.
Touchdown, Trojans. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Might as well give it to him again. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. On the set. A third down try for the offense. Takes that end off. It's Jackson. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be dragged down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the gameplay. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now they'll really try try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
And the Trojans look to keep this drive humming. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, we had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. We're able to get the head and make sure it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lets it go to the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And you really want your quarterback in the red zone to be efficient, to be smart, not to give up points. And, man, he makes a big mistake. They capitalize on defense, return the ball all the way down the field, and now their offense has an opportunity in the red zone.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. A 3rd and long here. They can pick up the 1st down without getting the touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one. Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire domination, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today, but opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Quickly complete. And that's a very productive... play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Jordan. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you...
Breaks into the open. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football offense. Very lucky to get that football out.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got a man. It's Sims. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. The Trojans have moved it inside the 20. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires into the end zone. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is on. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Time to take a shot. Makes the grab on the left side. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, they had the screen all set up on 1st down, and he couldn't make the catch. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throwing catch. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run
is over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Cannot give us up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.